and welcome back to the Plamo Talk. This is episode 10, and this little journey of mine to create conversation bits. This is going to be different for me because I don't normally talk with my camera in front of me. I'm usually behind the camera taking videos or using the thumbnail as kind of the video backdrop. But this is going to be new. I think I got a pretty decent response on the last one, especially with the shorts, and I want to go ahead and see how this one does. And so first off, you've probably read on my posts, or if you haven't, I'll keep you up to date here. Where I work full time, not doing this, but where I work full time, we were attacked. We suffered a cyber attack, and we are trying to get past that right now. And so since last Friday, I've been pulling 12 to 15 hour days. Today, I was fortunate, today being April 22nd, right? Oh my God, April 22nd. Today being April 22nd, I was able to get out of the office about 6:30, 6:45. So that's a lot earlier than I've been getting out. And for me, it's been tough to kind of think of any topics I want to go over and talk about. But one that I want to bring up is why I build Gunpla, why I do it, what it is for me, what it is to me. For some people it's to pass the time, other people it's to kind of get out of their own head, and there's an amalgamation of reasons because you're a fan, whatever, right? For me, it's cathartic. It allows me to kind of stop thinking about the everyday world. I like Gundam. I've been watching it this past year pretty, I would say, lack of a better word, pretty religiously. But, as you've probably seen in the live or the pre-recorded Plamo Talk with the Dad Life Gunpla, I got into Gundam back when Toonami came around in the United States, and I was watching Gundam Wing. For the longest time, that's all I knew of Gundam. I didn't know anything other than that until a couple of years later. But anyway, beyond that point, I've liked Gundam for a long time now, but I've never actually built any up until this past year. And again, if I look tired, if I look really tired, just worn out, these days are that I'm working are pretty tough. So forgive me for looking pretty tired. It's been pretty tough. But anyway, I'm getting into Gunpla, and what I like about it is that it allows me to kind of get out of my head. I'm one of those people that it allows me to get out of my head. It's cathartic. It allows me to kind of focus and hyper focus on one thing, much like gaming. When I do game, or if I do game lately, due to growing up with ADD or ADHD, whichever one it is, I get distracted pretty easily. I'm just bouncy all over the place. And for me, things like gaming and building models and Gunpla specifically allow me to kind of hyper focus. And, but yeah, there's a fandom there too, right? I enjoy building the kits because I like the product. I like the brand. I like the mecha anime. I really like that series. And so for me, that's why I build them. It's fun. It's pretty time intensive. I wouldn't say labor intensive, but it's pretty time intensive. It's not just the building aspect. It's the panel lining, the decals, the posing, and then for the videos, it's creating the thumbnails and making sure I've got a good thumbnail. Although I don't know, I've gone through so many. I hope this latest iteration of them is a lot better. I hope you like them. I think they stand out more. I think They're a lot more minimalistic, but the colors contrast pretty well, I think, anyway. So for this hobby allows me to kind of get centered a little bit and find something to kind of just, again, focus on and clear my mind. You know, I haven't been diagnosed with anything clinical, but I know the ADHD I was diagnosed with, mild depression, diagnosed with that over the years due to a couple of things in my past, anxiety, and even a little bit of PTSD. So I've just got like all over the place, right? Who hasn't? Who isn't anymore? And so this hobby, not only is it fun for me because of being a fan of the shows and the series, but for me, it's cathartic. It helps me focus. It helps me kind of center myself and get grounded. Those small tasks, you know, putting the pieces together, making sure it all fits correctly. For me, that's what that is. And in this journey, I've found that I enjoy watching others do this too. Unlike other individuals who watch channels, I will sit through a 30 or 40-minute video in its entirety. Even if the builder is a little less interesting, I'll still watch it because I want to see how they build, what they do, how they react with their viewers, their process, things of that nature. I'm always curious. And I'm always the kind of person who wants to help support other people, help other people out. In this case, support other channels and kind of promote other channels. I know that I'm a smaller channel too, and I'm still yet to find my footing. My engagement's still pretty low, and that's fine, right? That's fine. That's to be expected. But I still want to be able to kind of get out there and be a part of the community because I do like this community. I think out of all the ones I've taken part in, not that I'm a grifter or anything, but for those that I've taken part in, this one seems to be the most welcoming, the most I guess agile, accepting, whatever one you want to go with, because we all have the same interest. We all have the same appreciation for what it is we're building. Yeah, we got differing opinions on the kits and the ones that we like the most, but for me, it's real grades. I like real grades. As a matter of fact, turn around. Oh, where's it at? Here it is. Forget my bald spot if you saw it. Getting old sucks. But I just got this one in. This, if you can see it, pull it back. This 50th anniversary RX 782. I got that off of the Big Bad Toy Store, and I pre-ordered that months ago. And I kind of forget where I was going with that. Let's see that ADHD thing kicking in, right? It's just it blows me away sometimes. But anyway, I enjoy building these. Oh, real grades. Those are see, it's my brain, right? Real grades, they're my favorite, so I buy them a lot. I buy quite a bit of them, even though for content purposes, I have a lot of real or high grades in the backlog, just because they're quicker to build. Speaking of quicker to build, I've got one I'm actually building for the next video. I'm debating if I want to paint it because I bought some paint markers, but it's the Gem Sniper 2. I'm going to be building this one in the next build review video, so look for that one. That should be pretty interesting. So anyway, yeah, real grades are kind of my thing. And I find why is unlike master grades and high grades, I find them to be a lot more challenging. And the more challenging something is, the more interest I have in it, right? So I guess that's why I'm in IT. I've always found to be the kind of individual who likes to be challenged. So IT is like the perfect fit for me because you're challenged day in and day out. And if you're not, well, you're not doing it right because IT is challenging and life is challenging. So I guess life in general I find interesting. But Gunpla specifically, I find interesting because it is challenging, and real grades more so to that fact because they are smaller. I mean, high grades are small too, but there's more pieces, more detail to a high grade. So it's not just putting the thing or the real grade, my bad, a real grade. So it's not just putting the thing together, right? It's the panel lining aspect. Okay, great. I'm going to panel line this thing. Well, I've got to either one for some take it apart or panel line on the runner, or me to I use the marker or the fine tip marker and draw them in. We all have our own ways of doing it. Whichever one you prefer is the one you prefer. But for me, it's the marker. It's easier. I don't have a lot of time to sit there and just use that Tamiya thing to do that on the runner. I just don't. Although one would argue that the Tamiya panel liner is probably the better way to go. So who knows? One day I might change my mind and go that direction. But for me, drawing the panel lines on by hand, it takes a lot of time, a lot of effort. I wouldn't say a lot of effort, but it takes time. It takes your ability to be engaged and focused on actually getting that done. See, you're seeing this in real time. This is why my videos are so weird sometimes, or not weird, but jumpy or sporadic, because this is kind of like in real time. This is how my mind's working. It's just fast. It's always moving. But anyway, so yeah, real grades. That's why I like them. They're more challenging to me. So they're more engaging, and for me, since they're more challenging, more engaging, I tend to stick with them, and that's the Gunpla of choice for me. Now I build master grades. I build real grades. I mean high grades. Lately, the high grades that have been coming out have been quite excellent. So. It's like a hybrid real grade, right? They're pretty good. The RX-78GE, the one from Requiem for Vengeance, the G-Quux, the one I built a couple weeks ago, 3 weeks ago now. Even the Witch for Mercury kits are actually pretty detailed. So I would say that at some point here in the future, high grades are going to get pretty detailed, and real grades are going to take, I think, in my opinion, real grades are going to lift up and get a lot more detailed, a lot more complicated, which is fine with me, even better because of the challenge. And master grades are just probably going to get pretty nuts. So I'm looking forward to whatever change comes our way in this hobby. But a lot of people, they have their own reasons for doing this. For me, it's just to concentrate. So I'm kind of curious, what your reason is that got you into this, and if it helps you, if it's, just kind of curious what it is to y'all. I know some people, it's a form of creative expression. You're able to kind of like use your artistry and max it out. Like some people have switched over from Warhammer 40K. And they're like, I want to do something different. Well, Gunpla allows you to kind of take your creativity and just go from one spot to the next. And you've got something new, yet you're still building models. You're using far less glue. And you don't have to worry about flocking. You don't have to worry about priming. You could prime. I mean, most people do. They paint. I've seen prime. But then you get airbrushing, you get more detail in these things, you get a lot more intricate. On a Warhammer 40K model, your typical is about yay big, right? That's so. But on a Gunpla, it's pretty damn big. So you're able to do more with it. So I've seen some 40K people move over to Gunpla and enjoy it quite a bit. So for those who are artists and like to express themselves creatively, this is one way to do it. And I think I like seeing what everybody's capable of doing, which is why I like watching a lot of videos. Truth be told, like the YouTuber that I'm focused on right now, outside of other things like Mikey Chen or Strictly Dumpling, because I like watching his content. Despite what some people say about him, like or dislike, I like watching his content and the places he goes. But there's also Mecha Gekatsu. I like watching him too. I like watching his reviews. They're not only are they inspiring, which is what inspired me to do YouTube in the first place, but they're inspiring because I like his format, and I'm not going to try to copy his format. I like his format, and I think he does it quite well. I think after the 10 years he's been doing it, he's mastered it, and he's just continuing to do better. I really like his tiered system. I'm not going to do a tiered system, but I like his tiered system. So I'm always looking forward to seeing what he put out there. Although his latest video, I haven't watched it yet. But anyway, for everybody, this is a different way of expressing themselves creatively. Some in the form of just building, some on adding extra detail. Like me, I like adding the Delphi or the G rework decals. Those are fun. And for others, it's just building the kit in general and saying, hey, I built this thing. I love this thing. It's a sense of accomplishment. They don't worry about extra detail. They just want to say, I want the base Gundam because I liked it from the show, and that's what I got, and they don't care. Outside of probably like the color correction stickers. It is what it is. So, that's basically this podcast. It was more personal in nature. And I think podcasts in general can kind of be that way because we're voicing some kind of an opinion on here. So again, why did you get into Gunpla? What is it that really attracts you to this hobby? What is it about this that keeps you coming back for more, to keep continuing to build more and more? And if you're a YouTuber or you have your own channel, what motivates you to kind of continue to do this? I'm kind of curious. We had that conversation with Dad Life Gunpla going on 2 weeks now, I think. It feels that way anyway, if it hasn't been. And we went over a lot. So if you can, go check out that video. It's like an hour long. I don't expect you to fully sit through the whole thing and watch it, but it's like an hour long. It's a good conversation. It was a lot of fun. But yeah, anyway, if I keep on going, I'm going to keep on rambling, and it's just going to get irritating, and you're probably going to stop watching anyway. So with all that being said, I'm going to let y'all go. I'm going to go ahead and get this video edited and uploaded. Even with all the mistakes I've made, I don't care at this point. I guess it's part of the charm of this whole creation thing. And I'm going to go and get out of here and probably get some sleep because, damn, I need it. So a couple of 15-hour days to go. Probably another 2.5 weeks, 3 weeks. Hopefully build review next week. And here I am. See, I'm rambling. Anyway, I'm out. I'll see y'all later. Y'all have a good one, and y'all keep on building.